I am Ujjwala Aher from Government Polytechnic Sakoli. Welcome you all on today's presentation on memory allocation method by operating system. After completion of this presentation, you will be able to identify various memory devices. Also, working of first fit, base fit and worst fit method of process allocation and fragmentation, external fragmentation as well as internal fragmentation. So friends, let us start with our introduction. Memory devices are classified as RAM, that is primary memory or main memory. Secondary storage devices, for example, floppy disk, hard disk, CD drive, DVD, etc. Cache memory and registers. Program must be brought from secondary memory to the primary memory for the execution. Main memory and the registers are only the storage CPU can access directly. So what are the various types of memory? Memory is classified as primary memory, secondary memory and cache memory. In primary memory, the example is RAM, that is random access memory. The examples of secondary memory are the hard disk, CD, pen drive, floppy disk, external drive, etc. Whereas the example of cache memory are the cache memory slot which are embedded on the memory chip. Friends, as I told you, whenever you have to execute any program or process, that process must be brought into the primary memory. All the process cannot be brought to the primary memory because the size of primary memory is limited. A process or a program can be swapped temporarily out of memory to the backing store and then again brought back to the memory for the continued execution. Total physical memory space of the processes can sometimes exceed the physical memory space. What is backing store? These are the fast disks large enough to accommodate copies of all the memory images for all the user. It must provide direct access to these memory accesses. Now what is swapping? Whenever a program is to be executed, it is brought to the primary memory. Bringing the process from secondary memory to the primary memory, the process is termed as swapped in. Whereas transferring a process from primary memory to the backing store is termed as swapped out. Now let us see how the memory allocation is done to the processes. First of all, we will define a hole. Now what is a hole? It is a block available in the memory. Holes are nothing but the memories of various size that are scattered throughout the memory. When a process arrives, it is allocated memory from a hole that is large enough to accommodate it. Process exiting the free process that are exiting frees its partition. Adjacent free partitions are combined together. Hence, operating system maintains the information about allocated partition and free partition. As we see in the diagram, there is operating system at the top of primary memory and initially three processes are executing, that is process 5, process 8, process 2. As soon as the execution of process 8 is over, the memory is freed and that memory can be utilized by some other processes. If process 9 wants to execute the program, it is brought to the primary memory. Hence, the whole that is created by process 8 is divided into two parts, one for 9 process and second is unused. In next, if the process 10 wants to execute the program, again the remaining whole is divided into used and unused part as shown in the figure. Friends, pause the video for a while and think and note down the strategies that are applied to store the processes in the memory, main memory or primary memory. So, what can be the probable strategies? The strategies are, first is first fit. In first fit, allocate the first hole that is big enough to accommodate the process. For example, in the diagram, there is operating system at the top, whereas two processes are executing the program, process 1 and process 3. If any new process, process 4, with the size requirement 3M arrives, then first free block, that is hole of 14M, is allocated to this process. Hence, the 14M block is divided into two parts, 3M used for process 4, whereas 11M as a free hole. Another strategy for applying the memory space allocation is base fit. In base fit, allocate the smallest hole that is big enough and must search the entire list unless the ordered by size. For example, in the figure, if the process 4 arrives having the size requirement as 3M, then operating system will find out the available holes. Out of this, there are two holes, 14M and 4M. According to the base fit criteria, 4M hole is best suited to store the process 4 with the size requirement as 3M. This is termed as base fit allocation method. Another method is worst fit. In worst fit method, we allocate the largest hole to the process. We have to search the entire list before the allocation. Because of worst fit, there is a production of largest leftover hole. For example, if the process 4 with the memory size requirement as 3M is to be transferred from secondary to the primary memory, and there are three holes, one of 20M, second of capacity 6M, third of capacity 4M. Out of these three, 20M capacity hole is the largest hole, hence the process is assigned to this hole. Friends, now let us move towards the fragmentation. Now what is fragmentation? Fragmentation is the division of memory space. Fragmentation is of two types. One is external fragmentation and second is internal fragmentation. Let us see what do you mean by external fragmentation. In external fragmentation, the total memory space exists to satisfy a request of a process, but as the process or holes are not continuous, we cannot assign those holes to the memory. For example, in the diagram shown, we are having total free available space as 20M plus 6M plus 4M, that is 30M. If a process 4 with the size requirement as 30M wants to execute the program, we cannot transfer this process to the primary memory because there is no contiguous block of 30M available in the memory. This is termed as external fragmentation because though we are having a free space of 30M in the primary memory, but as it is not contiguous, the process cannot be assigned to it. In external fragmentation, allocated memory may be slightly larger than the requested memory. This size difference is the memory internal to the partition but not being used. We can reduce the external fragmentation by compaction, that is shuffling of the memory content to the place all free memory together in a large block, and secondly compaction is possible only if reallocation is dynamic and is done at the execution time. Paging. The primary memory is divided into equal size block and these blocks are termed as the pages. We divide the secondary memory into same size of block and these blocks are termed as frames. As and when we require any process to be executed, the page number corresponding to that frame or process are brought to the primary memory. Now what is page fault? If you want a instruction load M is to be executed, then the load M instruction is searched into the page table that is maintained by the operating system. If page table does not contain the page related to the instruction load M, then an interrupt will occur. This is trapped by the operating system. Operating system will search whether the page is available on the secondary storage or not. If it is available in the secondary storage, that page is brought to the primary memory by a process of swap in, and then again the instruction is executed. If the reference page is not available in the page table, it is termed as page fault. Now, what is thrashing? If the process does not have enough space, the page fault rate is very high. Page fault, to get full page, replace the existing frame by quickly need replace frame back. This leads to low CPU utilization. Operating system thinking that it needs to increase the degree of multiprogramming, and hence another process are added to the system. So what is thrashing? Thrashing, a process is busy in swapping the page in and out, hence the overall performance of the computer decreases. This is known as thrashing. So this shows the graph representing CPU utilization and degree of multiprogramming and what is thrashing. So after certain limit, as you increase the degree of multiprogramming, CPU utilization decreases, and this is known as thrashing. So friend, let us summarize the session. In this session, we have seen what are the different storage devices available, what are the different memory allocation strategies, what is fragmentation. Thank you. Have a nice day.